straight. Let me get this straight. You're 1 year older than her, but Olivia's a little girl and you're a grown woman we should listen to. Is that
Because when
correct?
you met Olivia, she was I'm a little girl. I don't know. I'm still learning life. That's why I want to be. I've been with 30-year-old men.
We can see that you're a little girl by the way you're acting. We get it. So, with that
You're
being
damn
said,
a little girl, baby.
continue.
You can't call me. Okay. I think I have a little bit more assets than Olivia at this point, so you can't call me a little girl. But you can go off and say that if you would like to.
It's not about where you at. It's about
It's
where you
about
going.
maturity. Me at 19 is not the same.
Y'all sit up here and say all this stuff, but at the end of the day, I would love to compare the trajectories of like people. Like y'all look, I'm never gonna be upset because somebody else is in chapter 10 and I'm in chapter 3. Okay, well we'll see. Only time will tell. Right, y'all can sit up here and have y'all opinions on us. People want to get up here and flex. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Congratulations, more props to you. I don't think I'm any better than anybody. I tell people, hey, I'm just a little bit further along in my journey. So I don't compare myself. I'm not finna compare myself to somebody that's in chapter 7 or chapter 10 of their entrepreneur journey. That don't really make no sense. Comparison is the thief of all joy. Listen, you doing big things, congratulations to you. But I just don't understand why y'all gotta come with like all like the insults and like the shaming. Like what have we really done that's pissed you all off that much? You can't pull a single clip of a risky photo of Olivia online. You can't pull a single one. She's so young, powerful, classy, feminine, and beautiful. Why are y'all so upset? And she hasn't done nothing but get better since she's been with me. Which is what y'all pointed out.
She's a child. She's a little girl who is progressively growing into the woman that she's becoming. Of course, she's going to keep getting better. That's what a 20-year-old is supposed to do. That's what we're saying. She was 19 when you started dating her. You are 30 years old. What attraction does a 19-year-old have over a 30-year-old? It doesn't make any sense to anybody. And if you had friends like actual grown men who are like, oh yeah, why is my friend R. Kellying right now? Like it would be like, bro, what are you on? What are you talking about? That's a little girl. She in college. She a freshman. Like, am I Bill Cosby? I wouldn't want to do that. Like the way you're setting yourself up, you don't even seem like a man that's talking about finances and trying to make themselves like help other people. It looks like, oh yeah, I'm on here. I'm baiting for a TV show, and I don't know what network would want you other than like Zeus Network probably, because everyone thinks you're grooming a kid.
Bro,
so it's like maybe you get on one, maybe you do that.
I appreciate your opinion, but we literally have 8 TV offers.
You're laughing about someone grooming you. Like that doesn't strike a nerve in your head. It's not making you think.
What am I grooming her to do? Because you're speaking on this, you're saying you don't know what network would hire us, and like, bro, we've gotten so many offers, like it's ridiculous. That's the thing that like y'all like don't get, and y'all swear y'all know our life. Like y'all be like, your name's Jason. That's an Airbnb. Like y'all just say stuff that's off the wall ridiculous.
You're getting mad about past mistakes.
Like y'all just be saying stuff. Like it just be so off the wall. You're 21 years old and you're not even religious, and then you're speaking on somebody else's religious beliefs.
I'm not speaking on anyone's religion.
And you're trying to belittle Olivia when you're 1 year older than her.
I'm not belittling Olivia. I think she should get a better makeup selection, and I think that you should work on yourself and not date children. Because if you're saying that you're willingly able to date an 18-year-old girl at 30 years old, and that doesn't concern Shanice or Olivia, that he's saying that blatantly is concerning. Because as women, you should know that someone is constantly learning and changing to the person that they are. No one likes your personality because your personality is what it is. But we're not actually talking about that. We're talking about the people in which you have a relationship with. You're a narcissist and your nose still looks like a dick. Bye-bye.
What the heck? She was off the wall.
Yeah. Bunkers.
Bunkers. Bunkers. Bunkers. Do, 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 do. I was just in the background dancing the whole time she was talking. I was like,
Biggity bop boop.
biddity bop boop boop bow.
Hi guys.
Yo.
Where's my face? I have a hat on. Hey y'all.
Hey.
Hi, Sean. I love your jacket. Your blazer is so cute. So I have a few bones to pick, but I want to be nice because that was a lot from the past three people. It's just been a lot. Olivia, I think I want to address you first because Olivia, I think I want to address you first because something that you said really struck me, and it was when you were talking about your upbringing, and you mentioned how your and you mentioned how your mom worked and you traveled, but it was almost like you were saying it like it wasn't enough. And it seems like you keep trying to push this narrative as you come from nothing. So for somebody that's really from the projects that really struggled, like that was like, it struck a nerve. And I want to know, like, what is it that makes you want to sell that story that you had this rough upbringing? And also, before you answer that, because I kind of want you to answer it in one question. Why did you, how do you feel comfortable, like, blatantly disrespecting your father? Because regardless of how you put it, it's disrespect. Because you've allowed Sean to say this, and that, and the third about your father. And even the way he's saying it is in a very manipulative way. So the fact that he's saying, well, I would never get on Instagram live or whatever live and talk about my daughter, that's so that you...
What parent would do that?
How is that
He
What
did not
parent
do
would
that. Your father did not bash you. Your father did not bash you at all.
So he's publicly
So what I'm
bashing.
asking,
All right,
what
go ahead.
what I want to state first before I ask the question is that shows a lot about your character, that you're not loyal to your own family. Because at the end of the day, that's your dad. Sean is just the man. And in the next 2 years, you and Sean not gonna be together. Like, I know you see rainbows and lily bows, but it's not gonna happen, Pooh. But I really just trying to figure out, like who are you trying to be? Like, what are you trying to push with these lives? Because the fact that even the girl that got on here and said she from where you from or whatever, and it's a place with money. Like, you keep trying to push this poor narrative. Is it because Sean keeps saying Sean ain't have shit? Like, I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay,
Hello?
so that's a whole lot of questions. So let's start with the first one of what narrative are you trying to push? Because, you know, you said you were this. I'm not saying I grew up the worst. I know there's people that grew up with worse upbringings than me. I'm not trying to prove...
No, that's not what I asked. I'm not saying that there's people that grew up with worse upbringings than you.
How am I going to clarify if we're talking over it? Like,
Because you're misunderstanding the question, obviously. What I asked...
You said a lot. Keep it simple. We're trying to help you.
Question, obviously. What I asked...
You said a lot. Keep it simple. We're trying to help you.
What did he say? Question, obviously. What I asked...
Simple. We're trying to help you.
What did he say? Question, obviously. What I asked...
Simple. We're trying to help you.
What did he say? Question, obviously. What I asked...
Somebody call you.
I'm listening. Yeah, the phone is going out, but I'm listening. Sean, what did you say?
Can you ask the question very simply, please? Like, short and simple. Let her go and pause.
All right.
Let her go. Okay.
You there?
What did you say? I had to put my phone on. I'm here.
Okay. Okay, can you ask the question very simply, please? Short and simple.
So you said, you know, that there are people that grew up worse than you. That's not what I said. I said, why are you acting as if you grew up with a bad upbringing? Like, if you grew up struggling and stuff when you was in Bali.
I have never said that. I have never said that I grew up in very bad conditions. I said, always when I tell my story, I grew up in a low-income household, because if you Google what the average...
But when you say, nobody's Googling low-income medians and things like that. When you say things like, I grew up in a low-income, like, people think projects, people think trenches, people think oodles and noodles. So when you say stuff...
That's not my fault that they interpreted it as projects.
No, that's not. You missing the whole thing. It's not the way that people are interpreting it. It's the way that you're pushing it. It's what you're saying.
Respectfully, that has nothing to do with me. The fact is a fact. If you search up low income, average low income, like
I'm never going to search that up because I understand what you're doing. You just don't understand it. Another question I have, because even when you explained it, when you were talking about your mom, yeah, we went to Bali, yeah, we went to Turkey, but my mom had to work extra hours and we lived at the house for free, so she had extra money for us to go. Like, what kind of, how you say some shit like that about you basically just said your mama made a way for you, but it wasn't enough. Because you want to sell a story on live.
Those words never came out of my mouth, and that's my fault if I communicated it in that way for you to interpret it like that.
No, that's the way that I and 62,000 other people interpret it, because that's the way that you relayed the message. That's what you said. So when people hear that,
I said, actually, I agree with you on that. We definitely can communicate that better, and I think you should moving forward. Just
Yes,
explain it. None of us are perfect. We're all on live. Sometimes we have missteps. We never try to make it seem like something that it's not. We just try to be as authentic as possible. So you're right. I think we can provide more clarity on exactly what that looks like, because that can be misinterpreted. And we're getting better. She's not the only one. I'm the main one that needs to improve on this, because I say a lot of stuff that gets misinterpreted. So I agree. We can improve our communication skills, and moving forward, we will.
Okay, Sean, that was really cute. Now, since you have something to say, I want to move on to you. So I just always feel like you need a lot of healing. Like, when I look at you, I just see this broken man that's using whoever and whatever he can to get to the next level. And whenever people talk about business, I realize that's what strikes a nerve. Now, you, out of everybody, I really feel like you come from nothing, because your desire not to win, but your desire to prove that you're a winner. Listen to what I'm saying, because that's a huge difference. Desire is stemming from somewhere, and I believe that it stems from you not having anything. But what I believe that,
I agree with that.
well, wherever it's coming from some broken place, because the fact that you have a 20-year-old and you're 33, and then you have Shanice in a corner. Hey, Shanice.
What? I'm not 33.
30, 33, you up there. Come on, it's the same. You up there. You up there.
Next thing I'm gonna say, I'm a senior citizen.
And you know what? Honestly, it's not even the polygamous relationship there, because it's like, whatever, do whatever you want. Y'all grown, whatever. The issue with this relationship is the fact that all I see is a narcissistic man, taking advantage of women that don't know their worth, that don't know who they are. And you can say all day, oh, they know who they are, da 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 da. But just as everybody else who's older than 20 has said on this live, you don't know who you are at 20. I'm 25 and I'm still figuring it out. But one thing I have figured out is that in order for a man to lead you properly, he has to have led himself somewhere. So my question to you is, where have you led yourself other than this live? Just like the question I asked before, how do you feel like you are beneficial to these women? Because I get how they're beneficial to you. I see the 61,000 people. I know we get paid from this live. That's why we got a show. I get it. But what I'm trying to figure out is, how are you an asset to them? Other than you giving them information and free game and all, not the bullshit, the real, how are you really an asset to them? And you said something, the girl said something about purchasing a house, and you kept asking her who got rich buying a house. That's what, you twisted what she was saying, because what she was saying is, if you did accumulate the wealth that you say you have, then you would have a house. You wouldn't be renting, because then you would know that it's cheaper to just buy a house than to rent. But that's another story for another day.
So we live in San Diego. So $1 million house is like a 4-bedroom house.
How are you an asset to these women's lives, other than this live?
All right. Just let me know when it's my turn to talk.
Go ahead. Your turn.
All right. So First of all, I never claimed to be wealthy. Being rich and being wealthy are two different things. It's easy to make $1 million a year. To have assets that pay you $1 million a year takes a lot of sacrifice, which is why we do delayed gratification. So we don't upgrade the lifestyle from the income that we make from our business. We take all the money and invest it into stuff. The only time we're gonna upgrade the lifestyle is through income that's generated from the assets that we buy. Because we do want to get wealthy. Because you can make $1 million, but if you spend $1 million and then for whatever reason your income goes down, you got to somehow maintain that lifestyle. But once you have the cash flow every single month, it's indestructible. And honestly, I've sacrificed so much.
What is the vision here, Sean? What is the vision here? You always talking about the vision. We need to see the vision. What is the vision here, Sean? What is the vision here? You always talking about the vision. We need to see the vision. What is the vision? Because I want to see it. I'm trying to see it.
Here's the vision. Super cool. It's cool to sit and be by the Padres stadium, but I want to be the owner. I don't want to sit courtside at the Lakers. I want to own the team, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do great things, and more than that, we're going to empower the communities all over America. So,
do you think that you are the type of person that will own do you think you are the type of man that can lead anything? And this has nothing to do with the polygamous relationship. This has everything to do with who I have judged you to be as a person. So I'm asking you, do you honestly think like somebody with any real sense will let you lead them? Because even when you promoting your business on here, and I honestly think that you have like some skill, but I think that your character is going to get in the way of that talent that you was talking about, being a genius and all that. Like your character is going to stop whatever plans that God has for you, because you're very manipulative. You're very narcissistic. You're sitting here preying on this little girl and this little grown woman. Like,
Grown woman.
So I see why you say that, and to be honest, I'm like a project. I don't have it all figured out, and the beautiful thing about me is I actually know that I don't have it all figured out, and I do a lot of self-development every single day. So,
and do you understand why that's the problem, though? You're a project wanting more projects. How are you going to be an asset to anybody? How are you going to help anybody if you have not yet helped yourself? How are you gonna bring any healing to these women's lives if you have not healed the shit going on in your heart?
Is it my turn to talk?
Yeah, it's always your turn. As soon as I drop the mic.
You dropped the mic? You look like you rocked the mic. What you doing dropping the mic?
I dropped the mic, baby. Come on with it.
Man, come on now. Don't drop the mic. Anyways, I digress. I feel like I've achieved a lot of things. And again, for anybody that thinks that's like, who is this guy? Sean_T_Adams. Go look at
the one with the check. The one with the blue check. We heard it.
Hold on. Go look at lifestyle. If you go look at the highlight that says lifestyle and testimonials and you think that I'm not legit, I don't know what to like tell you. At that point, just never listen to me again. But at least go and look. And mind you, 99% of people in the world will never achieve.